I found out that I still have a physical body today. And you know what? That's something. Hello and welcome again to Art with Mad Mel. I am the Madman. I'm going to do something I promised somebody I was going to do. I want to make sure I turn the fan off so we can do this proper. I hope everybody's ready for some art today. I know I am. I hope you are too. See, we're going to do many great things today, right? Like, I'm going to paint this painting over here. And we're going to have ourselves a wonderful time. There's so much dust flying in this air. I can't do it like I want to. But anyways, we're going to have ourselves a great damn time. Right? And I am losing my mind. Day by day, moment by moment, I'm just going more and more insane. But we're going to have fun. You have one too. Fantastic. Hey, there you go. It's always good to stay warm. It's actually kind of chilly. Weather's weird, right? Weather's all over the place. But we'll talk while I'm doing this, and also you guys will have a fun time because we're going to be working on this, I guess. I don't know. I'll do a little bit of this, and then I'll probably do something hand-drawn. I'll probably give you guys a look at what I've been doing in the sketchbook. I think I'm going to just work over here and get this all filled in, and then we'll be good to go from there. Cool. So let's go on ahead. Hopefully the camera's not acting up today. Let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. Smooth. Let me get this out of the way. Get all these things off of the desk. Wonderful. And I had that to clean these pins. And there we are. Cool. So we got the painting back in order. Right there. Great. And now I can turn up the lights. Boom. Yeah, it's kind of bright. A little bit of a flashbang effect. Alright. So we like that. We like it all shiny and nice. And see, it looks a little bit better now since it had time to set. And I've enjoyed that. Right? It's been nice for it to be able to set. So, here's the question. Do you guys want music, or do you want to hear me rant and rave because I'm in a funk today? It's up to you. I have music on deck ready to go. But it's up to you guys. What do you guys want to do? You want to chat and gabber and jabber, or you want to listen to some music, because I mean, I'm just going to turn on the mega mix. Because at this point, I just throw everything into the mix, right? No need of trying to figure it out. Just if I like it and it's not weird and it fits the aesthetic. Oh man, it all bled everywhere. Good grief, what a mess. What an actual mess. This is a tragedy. But wait, there's more. We can make that work for our benefit, and it's perfectly fine. So, alright. I'm going to go on ahead and get Jack's face started down here, and I'll probably get the Grinch up there. I'll probably do both of them at the same time. Let them dry. I got the fan going and roaring, so that way we can kind of keep it moving as we go along and keep working on this. So don't be shy. Let me know what you want to do. You want to hear. I know some people are like, oh man, I want to hear a male rant. I haven't heard the madman rant in a while. And it gets unjarring sometimes. I try to keep it easy because, you know, there's children that like to watch. Even though it's not rated for it, I know it's still, they still pop in. You know, I'm not going to say shame on the parents. Nothing like that. But I was told again today that my voice should be used for voiceover. I guess I'm going to try to look into that now, since this has been something that keeps being thrown in my direction. You know, I didn't really think much of it, never have. You know, every so often it'll pop up in a conversation. But, you know, that's something interesting. Oh, and my personal RL Facebook, good old rants are always good. I know you love a good old rant, sir. So I'll throw something in there. I have made a decision, and this decision is, someone might say, "Oh man, that's great," or "You're a psychopath." I've decided, and I have found out how to delete fully and get all of my pictures and all my stuff off of Facebook, and I am done with it. Except for Mad Mel Illustrations. That's the only thing. But me, my personal stuff, no, that's gone. That's gone. And I'll tell you why. I don't want to live or perpetrate a lie anymore. I don't feel connected to the people that I used to be connected to. We are all living different lives. I know people are like, oh man, you know, don't lose contact. And it's not the fact that I'm doing anything maliciously. No, it's not that at all. I just feel like I don't have anything in common with anybody anymore. In my real life. There are some people that I feel that I have things in common with, and that's perfectly fine. And you might too. But to be real, I'm tired of always looking on there, seeing things that get on my nerves. Seeing something. Or these, quote, thirst traps all the time. Is some type of plague out there. Either you're watching and envying somebody else, which I don't do that, because I follow a philosophy of, if you're going to envy somebody, you got to envy every single aspect of what they do and how they do it. If someone gets their money by doing something foul and not right, you got to be jealous of, man, I wish I was over there, you know, doing X, Y, or Z. It could be drugs, could be whatever the case may be. Whatever is not good, whatever is going to cause you trouble, you got to be envious of that too. All that it brings, every bit of baggage. So, you know, that's, man, what a mess. You know, but yeah, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of pretending like I want to be on there. I don't. There's nothing I want to see. There's nothing interesting. There's nothing that I really want on there. I mean, yeah, I see other people, and I understand, like, oh man, well, what about the grandparents? What about family that you want to show stuff? Look, man, if that's what you want to use yours for, that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, that sounds like something else is going on. It's really not. It's something I've been setting on for a long time. I've been trying my best holding on to that since, oh man, early 2010s. I was already done with it by 2015. I was already finished with it. I didn't want to be bothered with it. I really wanted to get away from it. But I held on. So then I just started doing silly stuff. I'm not taking this serious. Being a complete goofball. Being a nut. Like I said today, the clown's painting, right? So that's what I was doing. And now I'm fed up with it. Something like... people know all the AI jazz in the news. Exactly. All the AI jazz in the news, and there's somebody always talking about something crazy, or there's someone shaking their ass on there, and it's always hijacking somebody. You know, everything on there is either baiting you to hate your life because you're envying somebody else doing something that they're probably renting space on. They're not even really doing anything. You think they're doing something. They're not doing shit. They're not doing anything. Everybody's showing what's going on with their life, and that's cool, you know. But when it comes to it, it's like, let them, you know, have what you have, and if you got your family, cool. If you got your thing, cool. Nobody's hating on you with that. That's not what this is. You know, we got too many things distracting us, and everybody's distracted in something. Nobody's attention is on anything. Everybody's all over the place. And, you know, I don't find no reason for it. I get on there, I want to say something. I want to say something. Like a thing that bothers me today, like cyberbullying for this girl I heard a story about. I have to get her name and find her name, but it was another person, you know, a girl of color, and she wanted to cosplay as an anime character, and there's people out here who are shitbags who are bullying her, and now she's not alive anymore. Very unfortunate and sad. You know, silly shit like that. And I'm not talking about silly like, oh man, it's silly because the fact that someone died. No, I'm talking about it's silly because people are bullying somebody because they want to enjoy something that's fictional. You know, everybody knows about the damn sad state of the world. If you have a brain in your skull and two eyes in your head, you know where the hell we're at. You know what we're dealing with. We don't have to talk the doom and gloom scenario all the time. We already know. We're not talking that. I want off of there because I don't want to keep living in this falsified life of, well, what are you doing? Oh, I ain't seen you do nothing on Facebook. Well, why the hell does it matter what you see me on social media wise? Oh, that's the way we keep connected. You boomer brain. That's how you keep connected with people. Are we really connected with people? Are we connected? Are we really connected? You know, everything has to be a damn experiment now just to see if shit's real. We don't even know what's real anymore. You know, give it 3 more years. You won't even know if it's really me sitting here painting or if someone took some AI image of some shit I did a long time ago and made up something. You won't know. To sit here and say that you will is just complete asinine. But I'm not upset with anybody, so don't take it that way. Alright? We're just talking. So, I just want off of there. And like, what about Instagram? I just, for business purposes. When it comes to my real life, here's the thing. I don't like to showboat what's going on in my real life. I like to keep things kind of quiet. I like to keep things to myself. Well, why don't you just do that then? And the reason why I make this dumbass voice is because this is usually the rebuttal of people who don't really get it. So if you're a person that don't get it and you feel some kind of way, I'm sorry. Catch up. You know, like the condiment. Right? You know, catch up, but it doesn't go on everything, right? So, yeah. Now, that's just, you know, that's, man. Just sometimes it's frustrating. Well, man, maybe you're just reading too deep into it. No, I'm not. But the whole social media thing is crazy. It's all crazy. It's just, you know, it's one wild thing after another. Always something. And the news is shit. That's just trash, right? We've all been had. This is what's going on. And don't be afraid. I'm tired of being scared of shit. Why? For what reason? I mean, I guess if that's what they want to do, they can. You can put it on there, but then that's when you start having weird shit go on. You know? What are you ingesting? That's a good thing. Right there. Good point there, Nuclear Nuisance. What are you ingesting? You know? What kind of content are you ingesting? Are you ingesting bullshit? Like, we're just getting right to it. Don't even care. What? I'm already 20 minutes in. I'm already throwing words around. Ooh, tough titty. Right? But what are you really watching? I had a conversation with a gentleman today. And he was like, I don't even watch TV much. And I always thought that it was weird. Like, people say that they don't watch TV. But really, he explained it to me like, I don't watch a show. There's nothing I'm dedicated to. There's not a series I watch. There isn't anything I really care about. Everything feels dull. Everything feels dead. Everything feels just, and I said, just baseline. Kind of like basement level bottom code of everything, right? And he kind of nodded his head. And we both kind of agreed. Everything feels a little bit oversaturated, over-sexualized, over-violence, over everything. Everything is just hyper drive. Nobody can pay attention or take time. And that's okay. Because and how is it okay, Mel? That's the next question. That makes no sense. You're making no sense. It's okay because this is the world that everybody wants to live in. It's the world that we live in. Can't do nothing about the world you live in. And some people like this. They call it progression. Progression is good, but not at an accelerated rate. Not at the cost of history. Not at the cost of identity. Fast progression like that usually comes at a cost. And that cost is basically erasing history. Alright? I don't know. The world's a silly place. With silly people doing silly things. I think it's an interesting time right now. I think we're about to have something come across us as a species soon that we are not prepared for. Oh boy, he's getting off into that weird shit. I will. Eventually. What do we have here? I looked up and I saw a red Z. And the only person I know that has a red Z in here is Satirius. And I know he probably posted something up here in the chat. But give me just a second. I want this to look pretty. I want it to have the little stress marks. It has to be an up close picture. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to look good. I want it to look like I ate the electricity. Now let's see. What do you have here? I see something. That's true. They do not put ketchup on onions and marshmallows. Normal people. Yeah, and onions, sure. I don't know. Why put marshmallows in the situation? I don't know. That's what I was wondering. I was wondering a lot about what was going on with the marshmallow. Like, I didn't understand what was really happening with that. Like, a lot of that was very confusing. Sometimes I find myself very confused. Like, oh yeah, I bet you do. You talking crazy shit. No, I'm not talking crazy shit. No. It's the crazy shit's not what bothers me. It's the reaction of normal people, or the illusion of normal people reacting to something that's far beyond their comprehension. And the reason why I say that bothers me is because it bothers them to the point that they dismiss it because it scares the living shit out of them, and they don't want to acknowledge it. So they're like, no, it's not real. But they know it's real, and then they say, no, it's not. They keep telling themselves that until they end up seeing one of those skibbity toilet shits with the damn head pop out, and then you're over there in a new type of situation, right? New. And I say new that way because what are you going to do with a human head coming out of the toilet? Nothing. We live in a very weird place. Soon we're going to be seeing all kinds of strange shit. These UAP things that people keep talking about, man, I would be more attentive to things coming in and out of the sky and the ocean more than who's doing what to who and whose private area. If you get my drift. You know what to do. Get yourself in order and get in shape. I ain't telling you how to live. Everybody's got to make their own choices, right? But what I will say is that we're dealing with a lot of crazy shit going on, and you need to keep your head on a swivel, because we are dealing with people who are running around here eating marshmallows and ketchup, which is psychotic behavior. If you're eating anything like that and you wonder why nobody's hanging out with you, check your life. See, we're making jokes here. I know nuclear nuisance isn't going to do that. None of those terrorists is playing around, but somebody out there is not bullshitting around with that, and they're eating like this in real life. They're out there putting ketchup on onions, out there eating raw onions with ketchup. Do you understand what's going on? No, they don't have the ability to get food. Well, they can't get anything to eat. What if they don't have? Well, that's unfortunate, and then that's really sad. I don't want nobody going around being hungry. That shit sucks. Nobody wants to be hungry. Nobody should be hungry. But if you're making choices, if you're out here eating onions and ketchup, and it ain't just like the end of the world, that's all that's left. What did you find out when you scavenged today? I killed 14 raiders. Desert burger, I don't like this. Dessert burger. How much sugar is in a dessert burger? We're going to come back to that. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to just go on ahead and do this. This is why I'm always tight all the time. I can't get my life right, because these things, these types of conversations are always going. But they're not always going just with us in here. They're always going out there. And people are really doing stuff like out there eating sandwiches with ketchup and onions. And they're saying, this is good. And they think it's great. And then they change the menu. And everybody's eating the shit. Nobody's having a good time. Why does my onions taste funky? That's just how they're made. Marshmallow fluff burger, honey bun. Honey bun. Honey bun fluff. No, that's well, I mean, I guess if you eat that might be the last thing you really eat, or your pancreas may shut down, or if you are already a diabetic, depending on type 1 or type 2, that might be it for you. You might be shutting your service off for the last time. When you boot down, that might be your last shutdown, right? Because that's probably going to cut you off. Well, man, why would you talk about a diabetic like that? Because people are down here diabetics. People are diabetics. What is this? What do we have here? What kind of silly shit is this? What's happening here? Now I've had a bacon cheeseburger with a glazed donut for a bun, and that was good. I've had a burger with peanut butter, and it was pretty good, pretty damn good too, but no marshmallow. I mean, you're okay. So let's just do the scientific facts of the food. Let's just go on ahead and let's just break down the food. Okay, so you heat up that fluff. Number one, that fluff is very loose. I gotta let this dry, so chill out. That fluff is very loose, right? You heat that shit up, it's going to spread, and you're not going to have any type of control. It's going to get way out of control way fast. You're going to try to, and it's like, oh man, what can I do with this? Because the heat and the grease is going to turn into a soupy mess. So you're going to have marshmallow soup meat, and it's gross. I don't like anything about that. Everything about that just sounds terrible. Furthermore, why is it every time I try to buy something from a fast food place, it's always some kind of dumb mess? It never actually comes out the way I want it to. It's like someone telling a joke, but it doesn't have a punchline. They just tell you something like knock knock, yeah, okay, and that was the joke. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm burning the whole damn club down. Everything's going up in flames. I'm tearing everything apart. It's just over with. There's no point. Like, what are we doing here? Everything's lost. All hope is gone now. Yeah, it would end up like a sauce, and I don't want that. That's gross. Sweet hamburger sauce? Yeah? No. No. No, yeah. No. But yeah. That's exactly what would happen. I know I said no, but yeah. But yeah, meaning we're back here. I don't understand. I breathe air within a 40-yard radius of McDonald's. My whole ass is falling off my body. Like, what's the point? Let's be real here. McDonald's is rough. That's because somebody doesn't understand how the damn machine works and probably had it on wrong. Probably gave food poisoning from that. It's always tough when you get food poisoning from something, you know, because it's like, is it their fault? What did I do? That's the first fucking question that pops up, and I say it just like that. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? Did I make a mistake? I just want something to eat. Yeah, you got the Checkers thing too. Okay, that's disgusting. A&W Taco Bell. See, where I was at, we had A&W Long John Silver. That was great. Had a great time with that. Really good food. Didn't have much of a trouble with anything. You know. More taco hot dogs? I don't, wait, hell no. Oh, wait, what are you doing? Hey, man, wait, shit, no, we're not, hey, look, I'm over here, damn it, why do I have to do this? Why are you making me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why, no, look, listen, I'm trying to eat and let this go, but what we're not doing is taco hot dogs, alright? That's, not doing that. I'll shut this whole stream down. We'll just end it right here. I mean, I don't have to do none of it. I just end it. just be done with no more taco hot. That's too much. No, you're not. You're not going to justify that shit. No, we're not going to tap dance around this bush until we make it a little shrub. We're not doing that. I'll throw them out. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if they're already here, you already might as well eat them. If you already brought them. If they're already here, you already brought those damn tacos, we might as well eat them. Okay? I mean, what's the point of wasting food? There's like now you got me in a dilemma that I'm not happy about. Right? Now you want to throw away food, now we're wasting food. You know how hard it is out here? Oh shit, what are you writing here? Hold on. Oh, I glanced at it. So Kirby bun. This is some shit. Here we go. I mean, a taco is meat and stuff. And a Kirby tortilla and a hot dog is meat and stuff in a Kirby bun. I'm about to cut the fuck out of this painting because I'm about to lose. I can't paint right now. This is silly. What is this Kirby bun? When I look at that picture, I hope oh, Merry Christmas single. Yeah, I feel like it. I'm losing my mind over here. It is not the same. How's it the same? I don't even understand that. Oh, this sucker has jalapenos in it. I don't want to accept it. I'm just going to say no. I reserve the right to just say no. Like Dare, but it didn't work for nobody. What a scam. Who was a child of Dare? I was. You know what else? I had somebody very close to me was one of the Dare people. Let's just not think. Yeah, I know. Mayonnaise on everything. Can we get some shotgun? The shotgun on an open sleigh. That's what you want me to do? Okay. Just thought of a DB Man comic for Christmas. I could possibly do that. I could possibly do a little short. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, man. I gotta come up with that. You know, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, if only it is to ride. And then you hear the shotgun click, get off my sleigh. You know, dun 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 dun. Keep on with me. This 12 gauge is gonna go off and take off all your knees. Dun 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 dun. You know, like that. That's what you want, right? You know, oh, ba 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 ba, boom 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 boom. That's what and then you hear all that noise, right? And then everybody's like, oh man, it's Christmas cheer. Yeah, it's really Christmas cheer because you got everybody screaming, and there's people yelling, and there's, oh my goodness, God, and there's madness all over the place. And it's fun for the whole family. Everybody's involved. Everybody's screaming. People have to be witnesses to a whole shit show. It's great, you know. They will never forget it because they're all sharing the same damn therapist in town. And that therapist needs help too because they're being overwhelmed by the amount of people that they need to take care of. Because Santa had an accident, right? That's what happened? Is that what happened? You know, they came over there and then they, you know, someone opens a present and then the shotgun slides out. Yeah, because the present that they got, yeah, it fits the premise. DB Man's the anti-hero, and yeah, but he has to do the right things for Christmas. We'll do that. Yeah, he'll take out all the people that shouldn't have, you know, like impoverished children needed to have toys and they didn't get to have a good Christmas, and there were people who really needed it, and there were people who were scamming and taking advantage. And I know someone's watching right now. Oh, yeah, I know who exactly they're talking about. Now, Cletus, it's going to be you, right? Yeah, no, it's going to be you. You're the one who's going to be in the comic. That's going to open up the present, and then DB's going to come out and boom, and then it's going to be the end of it. Or DB Man. Yeah, I thought about the DB Man with the Santa hat. I'll draw that. I'm going to draw that next. I'm probably going to put this down and just draw DB Man with the Santa hat. And someone's asking him if he's... Yeah, that would work. A DB Man Christmas. Mr. goes and has a conversation with Santa. Santa says something off-colored. Or he might actually have one of the elves does something and then Mr. has to get right and, you know, we're going to give ourselves a real Christmas this year. Yes. Oh. We're going to give the toys to all the naughty children this year. Get them right. Yes. That's exactly right. Here's the list. And then somebody's body explodes and then it's on. I think it's really something amazing. There we are. And this is a conversation with some people. Now we're talking about AI. A lot of people are asking questions, or at least some of the people I'm around are now questioning, like, oh man, I think it's going to take everything away from us. I don't know. I'm not that worried that much anymore because it's moving too fast for anybody to stop it. What the hell am I going to do? Man, that sounds like you're defeated. I'm not defeated. I'm a realist. I look at the situation of what I got, what I can do. I can tell you this. If you haven't seen it and you don't believe it, just check it out. You might think, oh man, screw those guys. But I want to tell you, China's got some kind of wild ass damn robot that I think is absolutely amazing if it wasn't going to be used for diabolical purposes. But it moves pretty fluently. It's pretty neat. Now I got a new type of fear, right? I fear now that we're going to have like Terminators controlling, fully autonomously controlling mechs, like bipedal robots. Like, oh man, I got a damn robot piloting a robot. Oh boy, that's going to be something. Or dock in, like the body, lower part of the body gets pulled off and then they just get docked into the chest, like a hybrid thing. We're all doomed. I don't know. I just thought that was silly. But that's really cool though. Just that thought. Like some big GoBot looking shit. I mean, what are you going to do with that? These are things that I just, I don't think about all the time. But sometimes I think about it and I'm like, man. And I just chuckle, right? And I chuckle because it's okay. Like, it's terrifying shit. What are you going to do with that? I don't know. So I laugh. Because, why be sad? Really, why be sad? Well, there's plenty of things to be sad about. Maybe so. Maybe so. Let's see. I wonder if they are just going to put the mechs and the NASCARs in 20. Now that would make me watch NASCAR. Damn it! Because at that point, you got something right now. You're thinking remove sports players for robots, but but then you got a grim point here, right? So, what if the athlete's not able to function anymore? They got like some type of CTE or a spinal injury, or in this case, NASCAR. Boom! They hit the wall, and then their bodies tore up. Now, where's the ethical part of this? Man, Jimbo was really good last season. He's like 27-0 or whatever the damn stats are. I don't know. I don't watch NASCAR. I watch other racing, but not NASCAR. Anyways. He gets crashed up, boom, done, right? He smoked, just finished. Now, what's going to happen? Oh, man, well, we could just, here comes the unethical shit. Why don't we just, follow me here, scan his brain into a robot, and now you got yourself your NASCAR, right? Now you got yourself your NASCAR, your Talladega Nights, got all that going on now. This man's trapped in hell. He'll never, one day he'll get tired of racing because then they have to do other stuff. So they might slow his brain down, or he might have a psychotic fit because he doesn't have a body anymore. I don't know. All this is science fiction shit, but it's great. What is your idea? It's like, can you not just, always go for something grim, all the time? Because I hear that sometimes from people, too. They think I'm always going to grim stuff. Listen, there's two faces for humor, right? When you look at comedy, there's the happy and the sad face. I kind of lean on the sad face and of humor, right? You have to have it. You can't have humor without it. Some people don't get that. And that sucks. Because there's a finesse and a way to be able to do it without being a complete ass. There we go. Nice. But yeah, no, I love it. I would love to see sports, because then you can have like real, you wouldn't, it would be a whole different thing. Like electrical engineers and like robotic engineers will be superstars, you know? Like, but here's the problem with that. And then we're going to, since we're doing realistic sci-fi, I like looking at science fiction as like a realistic thing, because we basically are living real science fiction right now. Like, look at all the shit that we're able to do, right? And look at all the stuff that we can't see, right? We're not able to see because there's, you know, black projects and shit. I can put it this way. I've heard it many times said that what we have available to us and what is available to those who have the power and the money to be able to have those things are a difference of 60 fucking years. That's 60 years. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. What we're working on right now, the shit that I'm watching, you're watching me on, and I'm doing right now, they got technology we don't even know about. Oh, well, yes, man. That, you know, it's always some type of something until it's not. Because look at us. Look at our technology. We plateaued. We literally got to, hey, how you doing, Bean? We literally got to this point and we have plateaued. What have we created as a species lately? Nothing. Think really hard. Think really hard. What have we done? iPhone. Damn dumbass looking robotic car that looks like some stupid Mega Block shit. Dumbass robots that look dumb. You know, all the stuff that we haven't done really anything that big. Yeah, we made autonomous things that were clinking around. Now they're able to like move around. You know, probably give you cancer because of how in the hell, what's coming off of them? If your phone gives you tumors, what are you going to do when you have the damn Terminator walking in your house and it gives you fucking cancer? Like, I mean, like, let's think logically here of the shit. Or what are you going to do when it malfunctions? How the hell are you supposed to call? Is your insurance going to go up higher in your home because you got an automaton? That's what that bastard blows up and burns up your house. Like, where's the logical shit in this, man? Like, nobody thinks about this stuff with these dumbass robots. They're like, oh, Jetsons, robot. I want to have robots. And then it burns your house to the ground. Because what? Because you don't have the right type of wattage in your wall to be able to handle that kind of shit. And your little stupid Tesla car or whatever other robot shit you got running around. Right? Oh, Mel, you sound bitter. No, I'm not bitter. I'm just thinking. I think about this, like logistical stuff. Grid shuts down. You know, the biggest thing every time someone says, oh, man, the grid shuts down. You know, I don't think like anybody actually sabotages it. I think of us like overloading it to a point that it actually goes down. And then other people do other shit. You know, that's what I think about. Like something logical to that. Because, I mean, think about it. It's going to take a lot. It takes a lot of power to power up all that shit. There's a lot of energy to power up all these damn robots. It's going to take... Where are we getting all this electricity? Where are we getting this from? You know, we're not using anything like solar power or whatnot. We're going to normal power grid shit, and that's going to burn up. We have rolling blackouts like we live over there in India, and it's going to be crazy. I got to have my damn robot. I need to make eggs. I got to put a fake ass on it. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we living with. Oh, well, you going to judge somebody, Mel? No, I'm not judging you. I don't care. To judge someone is to care about what they're doing. I don't really care that much what you're doing with that. But what I do care about is what entirely is going to do overall. If you want to walk around with it in your house and you want to put a fake ass mask of somebody else's face on it, fine. That's your home. You do whatever you want to. That's your hotel room for the night. You do whatever you want to, right? Airbnb, whatever the case. Right? Not saying that you don't do it, but I'm just saying that that's going to be a problem. And I don't think nobody's seeing this. Nobody's looking at the infrastructure aspect of stuff. We're not prepared for this. Or if they are, then what are they going to do to everybody else? I don't know. I just see these damn robots and I'm thinking, where's humanity going to fit in with this? And how are we going to be able to survive side by side with them? They involve them with electricity, power. What are we going to do with that? What type of technology do they need? What's it going to do to bandwidth? Are you going to be able to make a damn phone call? Because it's got to be connected all the time. That son of a bitch has got to have internet, right? Am I wrong? Like, I mean, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Then I can say, hey, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But for what I do know, or what I do see, or feel, or however you want to look at it, it seems a little bizarre to me. That's all. That is all I'm saying. Nobody talks about that. I would think you would talk about that. That would be something that would be conversated. People would have these conversations. But I just never see anybody talking about it. You know, Memphis, and I know some people might not even give two clicks of shit about it, but there's a lot of people who live in Memphis where this AI thing is being built, these power structures and all this shit needing all this water. It's going to kill these people. And it's kind of sad. It's very sad because, you know, toxic byproducts are going to kill them. You know, but it's good for industry. One day these isms are going to be played out. And I can't wait. Capitalism, all these things, all that stupid isms. The isms can go away. And it'll be great. I don't think nobody uses common sense anymore, man. It just bothers the hell out of me. I talk like this all the time. I talk like this to myself sometimes. I talk to myself a lot. I don't talk to myself in the third person because that's psychotic behavior. But speaking to yourself to get yourself to a conclusion, there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a sign of having high IQ. But the man that likes to shit on himself in every vicinity will say otherwise. Yet again, what do I know? I just paint, right? I don't know shit. What's a concern of yours that you want to hear my opinion on if you care about my opinion? If you want to know what I think? We're playing that game tonight. What does Mel think? Throw something. I don't care. Whatever. It's up there. Chat's up there. We're up there. that damn whatever I had from Taco Bell probably was some type of synthetic alligator meat. It probably wasn't real. Shit tasted whatever. I don't care. I need his face to just blend right here. I just need that to blend. Thank you. Thank you. Nobody? Okay. Well, I don't know. There's also a delay. I have to be more patient with this shit. For whatever reason, like some days it seems like it's working faster than others, but truthfully, I got a dumbass delay on here, so I get impatient. So I have to learn how to chill out because somebody could be typing and I'm over here like, alright, well, I'm on to the next damn thing because my mind just runs on a different wavelength, I guess. Crazy. Maybe. I don't know. Shit. There we are. What's something, Mel, that you would tell people? I don't know. Order your food, whatever grocery store they have a pickup. Go on ahead and just order your food that way. Save yourself the trouble of dealing with dumbass people and just order your food and pick it up on the curb. Like, just don't even waste your time. That's something good. Do you think they have plastic surgery to be? Do they have plastic surgery to make you look like an Asian man from Where the Winds Meet? I mean, it's a possibility. They might. Now, depending on your bone structure, you might look like a very odd Asian man or woman or person. Or I guess that's that's the only thing I would think. Because, you can't really do much about Mother Nature and just how she works with you. There's only so much a knife and fake body parts can only do. There's only so much that can do. And then there's what nature will allow you to do. Nature, if it don't like what's going on, it'll shut all that shit down quick. I don't like what you're doing in that person's face. Here's an infection and inflammation and bone rot. Can you just wear their faces? I mean, that would be kind of psychotic. I mean, I don't think that would work outside in a public environment. Furthermore, I would say probably not. I know they make their faces look so great in that game. I had somebody ask me a dumbass question. They asked me, do they have any black people in that game when I was picking my character? And I said, what do you mean? They replied with, I think, what was it? Oh yeah, they had that Yasuke guy in that Assassin's Creed game. I figured they would have it in this. It's so silly how sometimes people just don't know what something is. And they think it's all the same. And, like, what the hell? Like, that was so silly. There was no purpose for that. But I will tell you, it made for a good conversation piece later. You know who you are. You come on here and you watch. You're one of the mad ones. And I told you I'd say it. And I'm doing it now. And I'll do it later. I'm a man of my word. I keep my word. Also, another thing, too, that happens sometimes is people, whenever they say, like, oh, you're talking mess about someone, I will say something, and that person will come into the room, or come into the area, and they're like, oh, man, and I'll just stop everything and be like, yo, this is what I just said a minute ago about such and such about you, X, Y, Z, and the third, and just get it out of the way. If I see that as a necessity, if you're going to be one of those type of people that want to be poking around or whatnot, you can't handle it. Usually there's conversations that happen, but, it's okay, man. Everybody's just trying to live their life. My question is, what is it everybody says like, man, I need something more, but I'm gonna try something different. What's something like you're okay with that you have right now? Like, is everything in your life to a degree of being okay? Like, are you all right with where you're at? Are you okay with what you have, how much money you got? Or I know the question about money is not the question of, well, yeah, you dumbass. I'd love to have some more money. Yuck, 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 and all that stupid shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, what would put? Are you content with where you're at? Okay, in your life. And I will say for myself, starting off, I will say that I am content. There are some things I would like to have a little bit more of, or to be able to have a little bit more to do with. But other than that, if I wasn't able to and this was it, then I could say I'm pretty content to a degree. I would always love to have more followers, more mad ones, right? Can't say no to that. I mean, that's kind of asinine, kind of dumb, but I don't know. Sometimes I think about that. Like, I'm not a person that really needs a whole lot, so it always baffles me sometimes. Like, people can have everything under the sun and still be like, I need more. You know, maybe, I don't know. I've never been a person like that, so it's been kind of hard for me to kind of understand that. So, you know, I don't know. I'm just talking to talk now, I guess. I'm just making no damn sense. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I hope you guys are excited to see the clown. I'm the clown. I hope you guys are entertained. I rushed to get home so I could do this. I'm breaking the fourth wall with all this. You know, I have a gig I do right now. You know, and it's cool. I like it. It helps people. So I enjoy that part of it. I get to help people in a way. So it's got its reward. But the one thing I can say that, you know, except on Thursdays. Thursdays is the only day that it really, you know, I have to hustle to get here. Hustle to get back. And, you know, as I was coming back, I was just like, man, you know, I could just be discombobulated right now in this car. Like, something could just fly out of the dark and just lob my body all into pieces. And if I didn't get home, would I be content? And I was like, I think I could say yeah. Except for a couple of things. I would love to have a bigger studio. And I would love to have, you know, more people. I'd love to have a little bit more drive in myself. You know, my own personal battles that I deal with. You know, be able to have a little bit more control over that. You just buckle down, bootstraps and all that stupid shit. Shut up. Doesn't work for everybody. Therapy don't work for everybody. Me sitting here talking to you guys and painting, this is my therapy. Being able to create something that maybe help somebody believe in themselves or distract them from jumping off of the roof or, you know, taking a bath with their toaster or something like that because they're hungry. Not because they're doing anything else, but just because they're hungry. You know, little things. Be able to teach a little bit more. Like, actually just how get myself back. You know, it's hard trying to have yourself and do things. You know, it's very difficult. Sometimes you feel like I can't do. And I had to tell somebody today, gentleman I work with, one of the guys that works there, I told him, he was like, man, I don't know if I feel like doing something. I guess they had something they were trying to do or was thinking about doing. Man, I am so stopped up. Jeez, that was so nasty. I'm sorry. But thinking about something that they wanted to do, something that they were trying to do, and we had a conversation about it, and I might have overshared. I don't know. I talk grim sometimes. I talk truthful because I've seen a lot of crazy shit, and I just don't really hold back much because I feel like, what's the point? Like, I was told today that it was nice for me being just my truthful self and being honest, so that's what I was doing. But they were oh man, it was an interesting conversation. We went back and forth about you know I can't remember everything verbatim. There was so much going on. But I don't know. I just searching for purpose, but I'm tired of looking for purpose. This is the purpose here. Making this. This looks good. I like how this is looking so far. I think we need to spruce it up a little bit. I feel like the light's kind of dull on that. Or maybe it's just the paint. I feel like the paint might be a little dull. Yeah, that might be it. Paint might be a little dull on that. I'm really enjoying this new container here with the beads. Very nice. But yeah, I just, I thought about contentment and where I would be at, and and it's good to have that. And the only reason why I say like, oh man, I figured that out is because if you can, me personally, I believe if you can find a place of being content for a little bit, like you can just say, man, I'm good where I'm at and I'm okay. I'm just happy maintaining what I got. Not like, oh my god, I can't stand this. I need more. But you actually can just take a moment and just say, you know what, I'm okay right now. I can just be okay right now in this season of time or place in my life or what I'm doing right now. And if you can just do that wholeheartedly and be happy with that, I think that you'll be able to have more and be able to accumulate more. Because you have to have some type of like place to start. Everything has to start somewhere, and you gotta try. You always gotta have a test point. So, that's a thought I have. Damn, this Grinch. That Taco Bell was absolute ass. It didn't even fill me up. I'm so disappointed right now. I could just punch something. I don't even know. What did you say? Looks awesome. Love the Grinch's face. Yeah, I put that damn smile on it once his face is done because I'm trying to texturize how I layer this paint on so it looks like he's got fur. I mean, I'm kind of getting the idea. Like I'm trying to keep the lines going in one direction and not trying to overdo it. But I think I'm getting the gist of it. I think it's happening. I hope I ain't ruining the show too much by just talking. I worry about that. I worry about stupid shit like that sometimes. Like, oh man, am I putting somebody in a bad mood? And I just need to stop worrying about that. So what if I put somebody in a bad mood? Reality sucks, but we endure. Come for the art, stay for the madness. Right? So yeah, there's so many things that are on my mind today. I think probably that the young girl that ended up dying was really what started my whole I'm kind of tired of this shit today. That's really what did it. I'm so sick of that kind of stuff. Not everybody's going to understand, and it's okay. I don't expect everybody to understand this, what I'm saying here. Some people may, some people may not. And if you don't, that's fine. You don't have, if you choose not to pay attention to it, then that's fine too. But you'll forever be ignorant if you don't. Hey, Galaxy. How you doing? I hope I don't scare you away because I'm talking about something that happened, not personally to me, but it happened to a person in this space, this illustration anime space that's supposed to be Mayash. What is it? Yeah, Mayash. Thanks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. It's sad. I don't know the whole story. I got parts of it. And it bothers me. It really bothers me. Because this is supposed to be... I'm doing alright. I'm just working on this. Trying to get this done for a Christmas event. I don't know if I will or not. But the premise of it is basically the Grinch and Jack Christmas night. Grinch is robbing everybody with a shotgun and stealing toys while Jack is dropping off horror toys to everybody. And that's kind of the whole pan of this. So I have this half here and I'm just getting the base colors down so when I come through with the texture, it'll be able to fix that. Name is just Ash. Yeah. That's sad. To me, and I'll be done with this very soon. I'm woeful for her. I hate the fact I feel sad for her family, the people in her life that are gonna miss her. You know, sometimes you don't realize the impact you have on people's lives until that person ain't alive anymore, talking, breathing, and all of that. And that's unfortunate. And it's sad because other people, you know, I think you got clown with no penis activity and behavior if you got to be so damn adamant about an animated character that you can't stand somebody else dressing up as. Is a damn character, man. It's a character. It's a character. It's a character. If you have to control the fact that somebody's enjoying themselves, creatively making something, beautiful outfits, taking their time, going to these events, spending their money, spending their energy on something that they like doing. And because you're a shitbag and you can't do it yourself, you want to say something nasty. Because you're a trick and you don't have the ability to do it because you don't know how to you can't even put two pieces of paper together. And then you want to say something nasty online and beat somebody down that's already having issues. We're all having issues. We live in a world that is an issue. People are just trying to find a little something for them to be able to make it to the next damn day. But there's always some gatekeeping sack of shit that thinks that they're cute because they're hiding behind a damn keyboard. Well, keep this in mind. Anybody that does shit like that. One day it will happen to you. Somewhere, somehow, somebody close to you, somebody will do that to you. Somebody will take that person and twist them like you twist others. And they will break that person. And you yourself will grieve. And nobody will be there to hear you cry or your sadness or even shed a simple, oh man, I'm sorry, or oh man, I didn't realize. Because you know why? Because people who do terrible things to others like that, especially when you're just trying to express yourself and just enjoy what is creativity, because it's just an art. Cosplay is an art. It's no different than dressing up as an actor or an actress or anything else. It's an art. And if you can't understand that and you got a problem with that because somebody's got different skin than you, or their skin doesn't match the other character that you are so fond about because you need it to be accurate, you are a smooth brain. You don't deserve to even eat food. You should be fed baby food until the day you die. You shouldn't eat nothing solid. They should never give you anything but a sippy cup and a helmet. You're a liability. They will put padding around you until the day you die. You will be 80 years old. You will live your whole life wrapped up in bubble wrap like some type of plaything. You shouldn't be allowed to even be able to walk outside because you're a child. You have a childish ass mentality. You have a childish ass way of thinking because somebody wants to do something that you can't do. Only thing I can say out of all of this is it's a tragedy that that girl died. I don't know what she identified as. All I know is from what I can see physically. And that's all I'm going by is what I could actually see physically. So, from that and from what I said there, you know, if you like to bully people because they look different or because of the fact that they might be black and they like anime, because I'm sorry that there isn't a color code on what the hell you like as a character. My bad that they don't have that. Woog, you asshole. But, you know, there are people who look different than you that like the same shit. And if you can't handle that, that's just too bad. Find you a hobby. Go do something. Get out there. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't make friends. That's why you troll people. You have no balls. That's really what it is. You're a clown with no penis. You have no balls. You're funny. And you're not funny in a ha-ha way. You're funny like a sad-ass situation. You're funny like a car with no tires trying to get on the interstate. What are you doing? You know what I mean? You make no sense. I'm sick of these people, man. They're cowards. They like to hide behind shit, make fun of people. Spineless, weak-ass people. Anyways, I'm done with that. I'm off of it. I just said my 2 cents on it because that bothered me. That really bothered me. Not much bothers me, but that did. That got on my damn nerves. I knew a guy, and you know what? The guy that I knew that used to say he had a problem with Superman possibly being black in some comics. He didn't like that. You know what? He got caught up in something later on in life. Got caught up in a situation. He's going to what they call the house. I don't know if I'll get flagged for calling it the other place, but it involves the human cheeks and the house. Some people like to refer to it as what is called the booty house. He might be actually going to that. But that's neither here nor there. But what I am saying is that the change of situation. I don't want no black Superman. I don't want this. I don't want that. Fine, okay, cool. But then you got something else going on. These people got problems. Okay? If you gotta have an issue with a fictional character, that's the problem with this. I don't understand that. Why do you have to have an issue with a fictional fucking character? You have an issue with a fictional character, you have no maidens. Nobody's touching you. If you like women and you're acting like this, they're spraying you with mace. If you're into men, or if you're a woman into women, or whatever the case is, and you're acting like this and you acting crazy like these type of people want to talk about people because they want to have a good time and do what they want to do, not hurting anybody, not even bothering your ass. You need to get punched in the throat. That's just it. Just old neck punch. And I'm glad I'm not monetized so I can say shit like this. Do better, humans. Oh boy. What a mess. What a mess. Anyways, damn. It's sad, man. Can't even enjoy what the hell you want to enjoy. There's always got to be some ass bag. Why do people have to govern what you do so hard? Like, as a human being. Why is it so damn important for other people to govern what you do as a person? Like, I've never understood that. Like, if you don't like what I'm doing, fine, leave me alone. No, I gotta be right there. I need to know what you're doing. I need to know what's going on all the time. I need to just know. I gotta know. Hey, Demetra, how you doing? Thank you for showing up. Yeah, no, people always gotta know, man. They always gotta know. They gotta know something. Man, I bumped the damn camera, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying to fix that angle. Yeah, so... Man, I'm done. Whatever, man. Shit. In other news... I guess some people are going to be having a hard time with political stuff since the, all the scandals. I think it's something. I really think that all these scandals that are popping up in the news about the president and shit is something else, man. I want to say it one time. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just have really good pattern recognition because of trauma. Impeccable because of psychological trauma. So I see patterns and I watch for shit. I pay attention. I'm not paranoid. I just watch and I pay attention. But I really do think that a lot of the shit that is going on right now, they're doing stuff on the sly that we're not paying attention to. Everybody's wondering about him putting his thing in somebody else's mouth, but nobody is paying attention to what they might actually be doing. These people are diabolical and sinister. They're doing something. Because they want everybody talking. They get you talking about that, you're going to forget about all the bullshit that they're going to pull. They're going to forget about where's my insurance. They're going to be talking about, oh man, he put his ding-a-ling in that man's head. You know? Could you believe that? I didn't know that. They talking about him again. Meanwhile, they're taking everything from you. They are doing this to us. The hardest part about this is when people start to actually smoke and mirrors. Yeah, a lot of that. But the hard part is with a lot of this, once we start to come to realization. And I say this to all of you that have family members that might be either right wing, left wing, whatever wings of birds that they want to be. And this is going to be hard. But I challenge you with this. Look at your family member not as a political party that they want to be. Enjoy them for who they are as they are right now. The world that we're about to go into, they have already done a lot of things that we are not prepared for as a society. And I can tell you that because I'm an artist and I know how to use their lies to tell the truth. Everything that they're talking about, they're pulling something, they're running and hiding. Things are happening way too quickly, and I think that they have escalated shit in certain areas that now they can't put a lid on it, but they needed it to escalate. Imagine someone like when I used to live in Florida, they had this dumbass thing called control fires. I thought that was the stupidest ass damn thing. We're going to go out here and set a fire in the woods, and we're going to try to control it. You're going to try to control two elemental forces. You're going to try to control fire and wind. Human, is that what you're planning on doing? Is this what your big conquest is? Right. So, they would do that. And you know what happened? I used to live in this place called close to Ocala National Forest, right? And they caught the woods on my house on fire. They caught the woods on fire, and I had to drive 2 hours out of the way. Where I lived right here, where the fire was happening, I had to drive all the way back around because there was no way to get where I lived. I had to come a back way into where I lived because of the fact that they thought that they could control this. That's what's happening right now, that I believe. Now, you might have your own theory, or you might say, oh, this crazy man don't know shit. Fine. I could be wrong, and I don't care if I am. But if I'm right, well, you know what? I don't want to hear I told you so, because I'm not going to say that. Never going to say I told you so. Never going to accept someone say, man, I knew you, man, you were right. No, I'm not right. I just see what I see. And if I feel something off, I say it. So, you can say whatever you want to about that. Don't really care, but I think that we're being misled. I think we're being beguiled. I think we're being played. I think that they're doing something to us that they're going to get us so wound up that we're not going to be able to think straight, and then they're going to pull some wicked shit on us. And everybody wants to say, oh, it's the end of times and all of this and all of that. It might be, it might not be. But one thing I do know is when you got a certain group of people doing certain kind of shit and then things ain't working out right, people start doing shit, and it's not usually the people that are the usual suspects. It's a whole different type of new group of people who are out here being a bunch of hooligans. Right? The hooligans aren't matching up to the damn normal suspects that they keep saying they're doing stuff. The math ain't mathin'. 2 plus 2 is equaling this damn couch. What the hell is this couch? It's supposed to equal 4. Why do I keep getting a couch? Right? I think this has been a good episode. I think us just talking, me just rambling, ranting. Don't even care. Just uncut, no, nothing. Just me just sitting here painting, just talking. Maybe you guys might not like this episode. Skip this episode if you don't like it. You don't have to watch it. But if you do, and if you like it, let me know. Put a comment in the video later. Let me know if you like this. I don't know what you guys like. I don't know. I'm out here beating my head against the concrete trying to figure out what to do. What to make. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm taking the advice I get from a lot of people. They have told lies. They're telling lies. They will always tell lies. Yep, they will. And, you know, most people dismiss it as, oh, who is they? Listen, if I tell you, you already know. And you know, the part of dismissiveness is always the fact of you don't want it to be true, so therefore you put the shield up. Oh, I don't believe that. I don't want to believe. I don't want to. I don't want to. That's the basis of it. I don't want to believe this. I don't want to be bothered with this. I don't. I is the first word. Not this is, this, that's. You know, this is what's true. That is what's going on. I don't want to be bothered with. I choose. And then there goes the end of that, right? So, and that's fine. What the hell did I put here? What is he supposed to be holding here? What is that? Not draw anything else? I don't even know what I was putting there. Oh, I didn't even finish what I was putting here. I mean, they're always making up something. I think I'm done with the painting for right now. I want to do some DB Man stuff. I'll move this out of the way. But yeah, they're always doing something. They're always running around doing some kind of mess. They're always messing with people or something like that. But the one thing that we have to just keep in mind all the time is that Wilkins Coffee is the greatest on the earth. And without Wilkins, we wouldn't have had Kermit the Frog, actually. That's the truth. So, always remember, Wilkins Coffee is the reason why Jim Henson was able to do what he was doing. Here, you guys want to just flip through the book? Here's the book, right? Here we go. There's the book. And put the lid here. Got DB Man coming up. Got the man on his way. Why in the hell is this fan blowing so freaking hard? Shouldn't be blowing this damn hard. Where are you? 1 second. There we go. Alright. Damn. That thing is always going. So, of course, you know, we got all the normal DB Man stuff here, right? Mr. You know, Dick McGregory. You know, got him. The Witness. Mr. Bradford. And this guy, I haven't even put a name for him yet. I was working on that. Started putting some ink to this. I guess I'll zoom in more so you guys can kind of get a general idea of what's happening here. Oh, damn. Come on. There. Okay. So, you can see here, I did a little bit of ink work on that. I've just been piddling with that, nothing much. Something I was drawing for somebody else. There's a picture I've been doing. I haven't, just a sneak peek, something I've been drawing, but I haven't actually just put some ink to it or whatnot. Piddling with some Spider-Man stuff, didn't really do anything. This was something I think I did or was started a couple of streams ago. you know, was working on that too. So still couldn't finish that. But we said DB Man, right, in a Christmas hat. So we gotta draw him with the Christmas hat. So let's see, how do I want to draw him tonight? We're going to do it this way. 1, 2. There we are. Alright. And then we'll put the... There we are. There we go. And put the man in the hat. We have the little hat up here, right? There we go. I like that. So far so good. Looks pretty good. Might actually use a darker pencil. Actually, I need to sharpen this, which I'm kind of glad I'm doing this right now. But you guys didn't come here for sketching. You came here for old-fashioned hardcore. Just paint, just draw, do the lines. That's what I came here for. I came here for hard lines. Came here for black and white. I ain't come here for sketching and doodling. Okay, that's fine. I can do that too. I got you. Here we go. There we are. Let's make this. Let's do this right. Well, we got 20 something minutes, so. There we are. There we are. DB Man over here sporting that very nice looking Santa hat, ready for any occasion. Not only does he have the Santa hat, but he's also got himself a nice old, oh, why not, right? Because he's supposed to be festive. We'll even have him wearing maybe a peppermint striped. Don't matter. There he is. DB Man, Christmas edition. He's got the damn tie. He's got it all. You know, he got it all. He's out here. He's out here mixing and mingling. You know, he's out here talking to people. He's trying to really make an impression, first impression. But sometimes people want to test him, and they always trying to test his mettle. You know, DB Man just wants to try to just live life. He just wants to be out here and live his life, but somebody's always got to try to be hard. So then he's got to reach down in his little underwear and pull out his stuff. And when he pulls out his stuff, nobody wants to say anything. Then everybody wants to get quiet, you know, and that makes him upset. That makes me upset too, because he's trying really hard, you know. And then someone's got to be over here and say, well, I don't understand why you have jangly eyes. And then he reaches into his drawers and grabs that damn shotgun. Now nobody says anything anymore. But you know, it's always baffling to me. It's like, why do we have to lead up to this point? DB Man just wanted to just live his life. Somebody's always got to try to run uphill, skate uphill and try to bother him. And he's just like, leave me alone. I'm just trying to live my life. So what if I have a pocket dimension in my underwear? None of your concern. I'm out here looking for presents. Right? Unfortunately, somebody's over here always messing with him, and now he's out here with a shotgun now and he can't get any. You know, someone had to just be that type of person, cut him off. He's trying to be a better person. He's trying to live his life right. He's trying to help in his community. You know, he met this girl that he likes. You know, DB Man's trying to change his life, and then some asshat comes out there with no behavior, and you know, it's a Christmas party. You know, his girlfriend decided, hey, I want to bring you to the Christmas party. That's a big thing, DB Man. Yours. You know, Mister's happy. Mister's over here doing stuff with T-Bags. He's happy just letting him be. You know, he's over here saying, oh, I'm happy for you that you found somebody. And he's over here just ecstatic as he can be. He found someone. Look at him. He's got his cup. Right? He's got this mixer. Got his cup in his hand. Right? He might be gripping it a little hard because he's just having a hard time. He can't relax. Kind of like myself. I can't relax. You know, I try to, but you know, sometimes it just feels like, man, I just can't get there. So he's got his cup. You see, he's mixing and mingling. He's out here with his cup, just having himself a good old time. Got himself a little liquid in there. And then he's got the shotgun ready to go. Alright. There's that. Alright, so here he is. There we go. Okay. Nice. There we are. There you go. Now I know he needs a little bit of shading, right? With just a tad bit. Okay, well, if you insist. And see, here's a cool thing I can do too. Because I got this brush, right? So I get to do this little cool effect. Mom used to hate this. I guess now since she can see me, she used to have these little makeup brushes like this. Sometimes when they would get real messed up or whatnot, or she wouldn't use them anymore, I snatch them up, figure out how to do this little dusting technique. But now I got some, and I don't really need them now, but I always thought that was something that was kind of funny, like, oh, let me try this out, you know, because it was already messed up. A lot of my techniques I learned was from, you know, already used equipment or something that was not top tier, so that way I can teach other people how to use less, you know, like before when I was like, oh yeah, you can go to any of these, you know, normal big wheel retail places, or you could go to a mom and pop place or a specialty place, whatever you wanted to do for that, you could go and figure that out. But it doesn't get my fingers all messed up and dirty. Even though I didn't mind it. See, it gives it that nice little smoke, right? I always like that, and then you can dust that off. Alright, so yeah, that was pretty quick. I did a DB Man there. I'll probably just do another one here. Down here, we'll do a collage piece, right? We'll do one here. Just, you know, full bag. Why not? You know, we got them here. just do this with him. Why not? Let's get funky with DB Man. There you go. So, a little bit there. There we are. And I want to show you probably the scariest thing in all of the comics involving with Mister and DB Man and all of that. The one thing you don't want to see, or if you do see this in the comic, anytime you see this, that's a problem. That right there. That right there. If he ever does this, that's an issue. There it is. That's the look. There we go. Oh, yeah, the idle pose. His idle pose is horrifying. And he just stands like this. And his head shakes violently. His fingers open up. Like so. Just like so. And there's no pupils when he's sitting there in standby. He just stops and he just stands there and his head shakes and his eyes just sink back in the bag. Alright, there we go. Okay. Cool. There we go. Christmas TV Man. I like it. Cool. There we are. And then there we go. Cool. Now we got DB Man Christmas. Cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We've had fun. That was awesome. Gonna go back over here to the main screen after I cut these lights off. Actually, probably just turn them both off. Yeah, that'll work. Look how grim and dismal that looks. Jeez. There we are. Oh boy. Well, 14 people watched today. That's good. Didn't creep anybody out too hard. And I hope that the conversation wasn't too much. I don't know. I just felt like saying some stuff. I felt like saying that, especially thank you very much, Galaxy, for giving me the person's name. Man, we're living in a weird, wicked world, man. I don't know. Be careful out there, whatever you're choosing to do. You know, not everybody's your friend. You know, I'm not saying that everybody should be paranoid, but you know, if you like what you're doing, stand strong in what you do. There's always going to be some shitbag that's going to say something. Always going to have something to say. Always going to have some reason they don't like what you're doing or like you doing what you're doing. Don't let them bully you. The best option to do for them is to not even respond to them. Let those sad sacks of shit just go on ahead and just dry up and wither away. They don't deserve to have your acknowledgement. it'll deserve to even be spoken to. And furthermore, if you can just endure allowing yourself to get past that, the moment that you do, they'll give out the steam. They don't have the energy to keep fighting you if you don't pay attention to those that want to be ignorant and do that. They will make an ass out of themselves. They're compelled to. They don't have no ability besides doubling down, tripling down, and putting all in. And then they'll burn themselves to the ground just to try to get a ha-ha out of you. You know, that's unfortunate happened to her. And I don't know if anybody else is having issues like that, just, depression or anything. Try to make it to tomorrow. People say hurtful things because they're hurt themselves. It sounds easier to say it than to live it. Listen, I've been on this earth for a while, and the time that I've been on this earth, a large majority of it, even to this very moment, me talking to you, I have depression, and I'm depressed. I don't let it identify who I am. It's just a part of me, kind of like just me being tall. I don't allow that to just be all that I am. I'm more than that. So, having these issues and feeling bad or wanting to hurt somebody else, because I can tell you this, a lot of times it's not like, oh man, I want to hurt somebody. Sometimes you just want to hurt somebody just because of the fact that you're hurting, and that's not good either. Doing that to people or yourself isn't good. Well, what should I do? I don't know what to tell you to do. I have an idea, but some people don't believe in that. Some people don't think that trying to meditate and forgive people for your own psyche is what is the best thing that you can do for yourself. They don't believe that. I used to think it was bullshit until I did, and now I feel better. I'm jaded a little bit because I held on to anger to something that didn't matter to me for so long. But sometimes you have to make a change. You can't ever progress if you're holding on to the dead weight. And that can be anything. That can be people, like friends that may or may not be where you need them to be, or you may not need to be where they're at. You may need to step away, or they may need to leave you. There's also seasons of things that you're doing. Maybe this is a season that you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. Maybe you can't do it because you're not supposed to be doing it. I know for myself, there's a season coming. I'm going to have to find a balance with my artwork and cut down on doing a lot of the painting. Like painting, I'm going to have to take a small break on. Nothing wrong with that. It's just something that has to be done, right? So sometimes you have to do things for yourself for the betterment of yourself. If you're running into issues like that and you have to make a change, sometimes you have to step away from people. Sometimes you have to cut off or suspend your social media. Sometimes you need to not have as much. You have to allow yourself to be able to be okay with making mistakes also. You're going to have relapses, you're going to fail, you're going to have issues. You're a human being. Without some type of flaw, there wouldn't be a reason to try. You have to try. And yeah, you're not going to get it right every single damn time. It is never going to be right all the time. But as long as you're doing the best you can, that's all you can do, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. It's just a weird place that we live in. But don't allow the things outside of your realm of being able to control to affect you. You can only do what you can do. You can't do more than that. The only thing that you can do is what you're able to do. Anything else that you're able to do, that's great that you're able to do that. If you can change anything in your life, if you have the ability to change something in somebody else, is cool. But, everybody's in the same damn boat. Some of us are willing to pedal. Some of us are willing to take water out of the boat. Some people are in so much denial they don't even know that they're in the boat, but they're taking up space. Right? I'm not telling you what to do with like, oh man, you're taking up space, but shit. Oh, look at that. Saved by the Bell. It's 10 o'clock. Well, I know that you guys are about tired of my ass. I'm not tired of you, but I know everybody gets tired of hearing me ramble. ramble, right? I ramble too much. Anyways, I'm about to get out of here. I guess I want to play that game where winds meet, or try to. I don't know. It's like most games I'll play until it gets really damn difficult, and then I just have to stop because I don't want to get frustrated. I hate getting mad at video games. It's kind of stupid. Why am I getting mad at something that's supposed to bring me some form of entertainment? It's kind of dumb. Whatever. Anyways, I will be back Sunday. Probably doing the same thing. I don't know. Depending, I may be late for that show. May not even be able to go to that show because I may have missed my window of time. That might have been on my fault. I don't really know. Who knows? I want to see. Man, I want to see tomorrow if I'm still eligible. And if so, cool. I'll be able to get that done. Oh, Bloody Skull, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. I'm just about to jump off. You caught me right at the end, but thanks for jumping in. Glad to see that you came by. But yeah, Sunday I'll probably be trying to finish up the Jack picture. Try to finish that up. We'll see what happens with that. So, other than that, I got new content. I'm making new stuff. I'm not making no promises with shit. I don't, I got so much backlog stuff I'm just trying to make things. And it's not going to be, I got stuff back from like September, right? I got stuff from all the way back in September, even back in August, that I haven't done anything with. So I'm trying to go through, make something decent for you guys. Some of it is just shit, and it's just not going to be that great, but I'm trying to make some time lapse out of it. Some of the stuff I didn't even get to actually like record doing. It just, I just was working on it. I'm like, oh my God, I finished it. So I didn't have anything. So I have pieces and parts and things. So I don't know. I might just do an end of the year collaboration, just throw everything together. Who knows? Anyways, I thought I would give a heads up to tell you guys something I'm working on. Also, I've been making video game content. I got some stuff I've been editing for that too, for the Sigma Shadow channel. Cause, man, I am so tired of this human body. Oh man. Yeah, I'm making some content for there because I wanted to do some video game stuff. I don't know if you guys want to see it or not. The first video I'm going to probably post either tonight or tomorrow is going to be called Gotham Justice. It's just a small thing. Doesn't mean running around beating the hell out of people. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I got like 4 hours worth of video I got to chop up for that. But that's just the first like 6 minutes of what I was doing. So I'll probably put that up. You can probably find the link to that at the bottom part of the channel or in the link, or the boys. Just look in the boys. You should see Sigma Shadow in there. That's my gamer tag. Anyways, enough of that. I'm going to go on ahead and get out of here. As always, embrace the madness. We'll see you next time. Stay mad. And I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. Stay mad. Stay in the fight. None of this is real. All is vanity. Do what you can do with what you have. Enjoy what little that you have. Embrace the madness. Live as long as you can. Fuck all the dumb shit and resist AI, because it's going to destroy all of mankind. There, I threw it all on the table. Have a good night. I'll see you Sunday. Bye.